Thanks very much, Dan. Well, I can honestly say that thanks to my doctors at Johns Hopkins and to my wife, Margaret, I've never felt better in my life, and it's really great to be back at work, especially here at Saratoga, the oldest racetrack in America and still one of the most beautiful. In the month of August, there's no place quite like it. Everybody's here. The fans picnicking under the trees, and the finest quality horses in the land coming here to race. Saratoga itself, a gorgeous slice of Americana, kind of a place that relaxes the muscles and lets the mind turn to pleasant pursuits like art and concerts, and particularly being here today for the Midsummer Derby, the Travers Stakes. And now let's take a look at the odds for the Travers today on a beautiful summer afternoon. Composer being held at 4-1, Pyramid Peak at 4-1, Malthus at 21, the long shot Rank and File at 42-1. The favorite is Thunder Gulch at 4-5, the Kentucky Derby winner. Star Standard 7-1, and Citadine 11-1. The Travers is the oldest stakes in the United States for 3-year-olds, and it'll be run today for the 126th time. There are some owners, lovers of tradition, who would rather win this race than the Kentucky Derby. Well, the owner of Thunder Gulch won't have to make that choice because he's already won the Derby and the Belmont and is a heavy favorite to win the Travers today. There was Triple Crown news at Saratoga earlier this week, by the way, when it was announced that Visa will be the new sponsor of the Triple Crown Challenge. We welcome Visa and look forward to working with them next spring. Today, however, it is the Travers, and who can give us a better perspective on that race than my colleague Dave Johnson.
Well, Jim, although they call Saratoga the graveyard of favorites, favorites have done very well in the Travers, winning 46% of the time. But when big horses lose, from Gallant Fox to Ali Sheba, that's news. And history says it won't be easy for Thunder Gulch. Only once in the last 52 years has a Derby winner also taken the Travers. That was Sea Hero. It's a long campaign. Now, he could be the Iron Horse, but Thunder Gulch is up against several improving 3-year-olds who always seem to jump up at Saratoga.
Well, that's true, and Composer is such a colt, as you know, Dave, but he'll have to beat one tough runner in Thunder Gulch.
I've never have ridden a horse with this kind of attitude. The most unusual thing about this colt is that he thrives on a battle, and he thrives on the competition.
Thunder Gulch has had a marvelous season, stamping himself with the mark of a champion by winning the Kentucky Derby. In retrospect, he missed winning the Triple Crown by less than 3/4 of a length as he finished third behind stablemate Timber Country in the Preakness. The Belmont brought trainer Wayne Lucas a personal Triple Crown as Thunder Gulch won again, proving himself at the endurance distance of 1.5 miles. But his season wasn't over. He flew back to California to run in the Swap Stakes. That race had been a stumbling block for horses as prominent as the Great Seattle Slew, but Thunder Gulch thundered on. Might he be the horse of the year?
If we win the Travers, and that's a big if, we have to go over there and prove it, we, I think, jump squarely into the horse of the year picture. It is impossible for me to equate the Kentucky Derby, the Belmont, the Swaps, the Travers, the Florida Derby, to the Hollywood Gold Cup, the Massachusetts Handicap, or whatever Cigar has done. And that's not to downplay Cigar's achievement. He's perfect on the year.
Saratoga has provided beautiful music for the horse named Composer. He made his first stakes win a big one as he took the Jim Dandy.
We're optimistic about his chances, even though we know we're going against the Derby winner. We think we're better than we were last time we met him.
Composer is a son of Belmont and Travers winner Easy Goer, and if breeding counts, he has it. Jerry Bailey thinks it matters.
A lot of times talent will be very, very close, and you look back to bloodlines, because that really what shines through the last 1/8 of a mile when it comes down to the nit and the grit and the heart and the gut. The bloodlines are very important.
Composer, and that was the analysis of his jockey Jerry Bailey, who, by the way, earlier this month was inducted into the Racing Hall of Fame right here in Saratoga, so congratulations to Jerry on that. Time now for the analysis by Charles E. Canny. What do you think is the key to victory in this race today?
Well, Jim, I think the strategy of everybody in this race could be affected by the behavior of one horse, and that's Star Standard. He's the only true speed in here. Remember, he was on the lead when Thunder Gulch caught him in the Belmont Stakes, but he lugged out that day, and he did it even worse when he was unplaced here in the Jim Dandy. So trainer Nick Zito has gone back to Pat Day, who rode Star Standard in his only stakes victory, with hopes of correcting this erratic pattern. And if his Saratoga workouts are any indication, and his physical appearance, and he keeps a straight course, they all better keep a close eye on Star Standard this afternoon.
Okay, Charlesie, thank you much. In a minute, we'll have a look at the other challengers. After that, they'll be off and running at Saratoga in the Travers.
He's a usually very consistent colt. He was trounced by Thunder Gulch in the Kentucky Derby, but he benefited from a change of tactics last time out in the Haskell when they took him back off the pace, and he was second to the Grand Filly Serena Song.
Okay, let's take a final look at the odds right now as they near the starting gate for the Travers. 7 horses in the field. $750,000 is the total purse. Composer at 4-1. Co-second choice with Pyramid Peak at the same odds. Malthus at 23-1. Rank and File, the long shot, at 50-1. Thunder Gulch, the favorite, 4-5. Star Standard at 8-1, and Citadine at 12-1 now. So it's time to go upstairs for the call of the Travers Stakes and Dave Johnson.
And that's Rank and File, whose daddy, 49er, won this race. Mike Luzzy, who's a good gate jockey and will probably try and get position with this long shot, who is 50-1. Maybe should be higher. And talking about bloodlines, there goes Composer. His daddy, Easy Goer, won the Travers, and his great grandsire, Alydar, won it. Pyramid Peak, who was second to Serena Song last out, moves into line. Malthus, another long shot, 24-1. And there is the Lucas-trained Kentucky Derby and Belmont winner, Thunder Gulch. He's been dominant in the 3-year-old division. Star Standard with new jockey Pat Day, and Citadine, a solid horse who's only run one bad race in his life. That was the Kentucky Derby, where he finished 9th. 7 of them, all 3-year-olds, all carry 126 pounds, and they're off. And on the outside, Star Standard takes command, and Thunder Gulch bobbled just a bit at the start. Citadine charges up on the outside, Pyramid Peak at the rail. But Star Standard and Pat Day trying to control the Travers. Pyramid Peak on the inside, up to challenge Citadine, caught 3 wide. And the Derby and Belmont winner, Thunder Gulch, is just behind the top 3. And the orange and blue colors 4th at this point, but only 2 off the lead. Composer, the improving thoroughbred along the inside, is 5th at this point. Then the long shots, Rank and File, Malthus at the back of the pack. It's 9 lengths from front to back. The first quarter, 23-2, not terribly fast. They move down the back stretch. Pyramid Peak on the inside, battling with Star Standard. Those 2 races a team. Citadine is a half length back in 3rd, and then comes Thunder Gulch, the odds-on choice, 4th at this point. 3 of them across the track, and then it's the Derby winner, Thunder Gulch. A gap of 3.5, and Jerry Bailey, the leading rider of this meet, content to sit 5th. He's 4.5 from the lead at this point. Then the long shots, Rank and File and Malthus. The half was in 47-1, and that's slow for these animals, and as fast as the track has been this afternoon. They're midway on the turn, and Pyramid Peak now has the lead by a half length, but there goes Thunder Gulch quickly and boldly. Thunder Gulch charging up on the outside with the white blinkers to take command by a head, but on the inside, Pyramid Peak battles back, and here comes Composer gaining ground in 3rd as they turn for home. With 3/16 of a mile to go, the Kentucky Derby and Belmont winner, Thunder Gulch, on the outside with Gary Stevens, is in front by half a length. Pyramid Peak, tough along the inside. Malthus, the long shot, running the race of his life, is 3rd on the inside. Composer doesn't have it today, but in deep, deep stretch, here's Thunder Gulch winning another one. Gary Stevens aboard, taking the Travers. Pyramid Peak 2nd, and Malthus was 3rd. Another big victory for trainer Wayne Lucas and jockey Gary Stevens as Thunder Gulch gets to go to the winner's circle after this 126th running of the Travers. The final time a slow 2 minutes 3 3/5 seconds. That's the story so far from Saratoga, the unofficial winner. Thunder Gulch will be back with the official, but first, let's go back to Las Vegas.
Of the winning horse, Wayne Lucas. To me, that looked like his most impressive win so far, Wayne. What do you think?
Jim, I think the maturity's setting in a little bit on this horse, and he's getting more professional, if you can believe that. You know, he was only a 2-year-old in the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown, and now he's starting to mature and get better, and I liked it. I thought it was a hell of a move, and, you know, no horse has won the Swaps and the Travers after a Triple Crown campaign, so we're back doing something that's never been done.
Okay, let's take a look at the start now, because it looked like he reared there. Huh? Here we go.
Well, I think he was settled a little bit off balance, and when he breaks, he gets into it quickly, but this is not what you'd hope for, obviously. Right here, he just kind of makes a lunge out, but he gets on his feet good, and he's a nifty horse, and he's back into the race. And Gary did a great job of placing him into the first turn.
Okay, the next challenge is Cigar and the Horse of the Year Championship. As we look at the stretch run, he really poured it on here.
Well, I think he's a definite horse that's going to be a 1.25 mile horse. We're looking forward to the fall series, and if Cigar's in that, so be it. I think he's a legitimate contender for Horse of the Year, and we're excited about going after that possibility.
What's the next race?
I would say we'll look at the Woodward, and that may be where we'll meet Cigar. Maybe get a little bit of a preview of what's to come.
Okay, good luck. Good luck to you. Complete order of finish now of the Travers Stakes in 1995. Here it is: Thunder Gulch, Pyramid Peak, Malthus, Composer, Star Standard, Citadine, and Rank and File. That's it on a beautiful day in Saratoga. Now to Las Vegas and Dan Deerdorf. Dan?